Hello and welcome to the third part of my build video of the Tamiya TT-02 Lancia Delta Integrale. This is for parts bag C, and as you can probably see already, I've started on step 26 by installing the servo saver. I've not bothered showing it because it's going to depend on what servo you've got, will depend on whether you need a P4 or D11 from the kit. So I've already done that, so we'll nip over to the next step, 27, and so on to step 27, attaching the servo stays. We've got a B6 here with B11s that you have to install. I've already done them because I've already done that in previous video. So they're all in now, so it just means taking one of these M3 12mm screws and attaching it to this steering arm. Right, so you hardly have to nip that up before it becomes too stiff. And then once that's done, we attach the other end onto the steering arm. And then the final stage of this is attaching these servo posts, which again I've not seen these start before, but hey, let's give it a go. We've got M3 8mm screws and the 3mm washer, only one for each side. And that's it for part 27. Step 28. Again, this step 28 is another one that if you're using the rally chassis, it tells you to go and look at the separate sheet, and all it is though is to put this dust cover on the switch. So we've got the dust cover and everything else. There is a note on here about the switch telling you to remove the switch plate before attaching, which, let's be honest, you've got to do anyway because that's the screws that you've got to use to mount it with. So let's get cracking. I think the first job we'll screw these on, but I'll be back in a minute once I've done that. Okay, so I've installed the switch and this cover over the motor cover. But before I install them, I'm going to put in the steering servo. So we bring this up to here, you can see there, and we get the servo and it plonks in there somewhere, about there. And then according to the instructions, we've got two MA3s countersunk screws. And while we're under here, we'll put the aerial post on, which I believe, no, we won't put the aerial post on yet because we've got to put the aerial through first. So we'll leave that for a bit, and then we've got to join somewhere. He says, oh, there we go, the steering onto these steering arms. Okay, so I've installed the aerial post holder I don't think you'd want to see somebody just screwing one screw in. So we'll finish this section with installing this motor cover, because just slots over there. And that completes step 28 with all these bits flying around. Right, so step 29 is just the placement of the ESC and the receiver, and then wiring up the motor. So as you can see from mine, I've ended up with the receiver on top of the servo and the ESC in the only space I could find, and then it's just a simple case of connecting the motor wires together, yellow to yellow and green to blue. One, and that's two, and that's it for step 29. We now move on to step 30, the tyres and wheels. Okay, so step 30 is putting the tyres onto the wheels. As you can probably see, I've already done 3. I didn't think you'd want to watch me putting 4 tyres on. It's relatively easy, seeing as there's no foam in them. And it appears they're unidirectional, so it doesn't matter which way round you put them on. And bish bash bosh, there as it is. So now we've got the 4 wheels ready to go onto the car. So here we are on step 31, putting on the front wheels and tyres. Just before I start though, from my unboxing video you'll have seen that this particular Tamiya kit comes with these disc brake wheel adapters, but that's how they came. So while I've been building the kit, I've also painted the disc brakes. So I painted it silver, and then I went over the vent lines with some more black. So let's get started. First, 1050 bearing. I'm not using any grease because it's a ball bearing, and it slots in there. I'm going to line the hole up. We get one of the pins and miss the hole completely. There we go. We get the wheel adapter and slide it on. The wheel. Line it up. And there it goes in. And then we get the nylock nut. And nip that up. And there we have one wheel. And same again for the other side. And that's step 31 complete. So step 32 was basically the same as step 31, but adding the wheels to the rear. So I didn't think you'd want to see that, so I've already done those. I don't know if you can see through. No, maybe not. think the camera's a bit too close. But you can just about see, I think, the discs. So we'll move on to step 33. Right, so steps 33 and 34 are installing the body posts. We've got two quite long ones for the back and shorter ones without a bend for the front. And these are fitted with these 10mm hex screws again. So they simply locate in place here. And that completes steps 33 and 34. Right, so the last two steps to complete the chassis are 35 and 36. 35 is attaching the urethane bumper. Now, in the instructions for the body shell, it says that you've got to cut this down a bit, sort of around there somewhere. But in the example, it showed the urethane bumper from the XV01 chassis, so I think I'm going to leave it like it is and see where we get on. So with this last R-clip, that completes the chassis build. The next section will be making the bodywork and putting the decals on.